Settle an argument for me, folks. I'm not coming through. Hold on. You could hear me? Wow, alright. Still means I need to fuck with this thing a little bit. Prof, the talk is coming through too loud. And I can edit that. I can make sure that works. Yeah, cool. Alright, that's better. Hello! Okay, glad we are in fact working. Oh! What was I saying? Settle an argument for me, folks. Now, you should know that the argument is with myself. So I finished the first draft of an essay today. I also started the first draft of the essay yesterday. Is that good or bad? When people say, oh, I did that, I just wrote that essay like essentially in a single night, or, oh, I did it in a day. Are they including the research time? Maybe, maybe not, who knows? Because I feel like I've been looking up information about the subject for 2 weeks or so. Doing the readings, all of the readings, reading the textbook, reading like sources online, like researching, thinking about it, tossing over the concepts over my head, reading the like scenario they ask you to investigate multiple times, keeping it in my head, just letting my brain process it while I'm playing games. My mother said this when she was studying, and like when she went to university, I was 13, 14-ish, I think. And like, and so occasionally she would say, I feel like I've been thinking about my essay for X amount of time, right? And yeah, okay, that makes sense. I get it now, but but is that what people mean when they say it did the whole thing in a day? Is it appropriate time management skills to be thinking about it, looking sources, reading over some things, developing your opinion before you write it down? They mean they wrote it all. Not. Does that include preliminary research? Probably not, because again, I'm doing 1 class right now, and most people do minimum of 2. The Institute of Professional Counselors actually nagged me all the time. They were like, hey, you should do more than 1 class. And I didn't bother replying even though I wanted to. Saying, I signed up for 3. No, 2. I signed up for 2, you jerk. You didn't run the other one. It's not my fault I'm only doing 1 at a time. Also, I just took a leave of absence. A sabbatical. For, you know, my baby K. And that kind of ADHD? Yeah, alright, fair enough. So, when it came to sustained focus, right? It was only about 2 hours each day, yesterday and today. Maybe an hour and a half. Preliminary research for the classes 2s were applicable. Yeah, and like maybe that's it. That's a normal amount of preparation for I wrote it all in a day. I'm trying to figure out whether it's reasonable or not. Am I about to fuck? No. The additional anxiety fear, am I about to fuck this up, like misread the question or something? I don't think so, because I've reread the question multiple times and the rubric, and then applied bits of the rubric to my response. Yeah, writing it all day. Yeah, exactly. I feel like if I wasn't also at work, which again has been a little bit busy, but not too much. A couple of things that made sure my I am always available even if I'm not doing anything right now policy pretty helpful, given that people have needed me quite quickly and I'm right there. See, I'm earning that pay. Has meant that like I feel like with a longer break I could definitely do 2 sessions, 2 of those 1.5 to 2 hour writing sessions in a day. If I was a full-time student, which, again, not gonna happen. If I had that amount of free time from parenting and work, which, good luck, I'd probably be spending more of it streaming. We know that. I love streaming. And if we stream during the middle of the day, we can get more Leona. Because poor Riona is beset by terrible time zones. And now this stream starts very early in the morning. So if she's anything, she's one of our VOD friends, and we do love our VOD friends. You can watch all the VODs on Twitch, and if you want them older than that, you can find them right there. Otherwise, you hang out in our Discord server by typing the !class. Now, I know everyone in chat is currently, already there. But if you are perhaps lurking or watching on a VOD, something similar, you're welcome to join us. We're friendly, I swear. I've seen no unfriendliness go on. There's been some polite, gentle sniping between Comrade and myself, and that's just because we like doing that to each other. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, so I finished the other half of the essay. At least the first draft, right? I'll read through it again, make sure it makes sense. Do some editing. That's the kind of stuff I can do from my tablet. Potentially even in bed, If I was doing more classes, I wouldn't be able to. So I just wouldn't have the time. But now I'm tired. Brain feels like it's squeezed. Hermit, you're not wrong. Really tired? Makes sense. Good God. Can't wait to post something that I saved yesterday in preparation for Thursday. I'm not telling you, because that would be giving it up. Too easy. If you were hanging out in our Baldur's Gate stream on Monday night, you may have heard that I voice acted some smut written by our good friend Bored Hermit, and couldn't find it over the last couple of days. Like, couple of days. Everything until this afternoon. I found it, and then I posted it, and you're welcome. You want to hear me read some political themed smut? It's available on our Discord server. Please shower me with praise. And then Violet was like, can I make a request? And I said, beloved girlfriend. Girlfriend that I love. Hear that, Corey? You can make a request of me. Absolutely, I'll voice act things. Thank you, Hermit. So, waiting for that to roll in. God. Hit me up. Otherwise, bit of cleaning. Toasted myself a frozen pizza for lunch. Not a whole one. A whole, packet, but it wasn't a huge one. It wasn't a family pizza that I ate for lunch. No. Did that while working. So the next, if we're sharing, the next task, in addition to, regular business as usual, do work, hang out with a few people, play some video games, stream, and parenting, hell yeah. Well, there is one task that I need to get a babysitter for. That's gonna be good fun. That'll be done pretty soon. Done. I'm looking forward to that. But afterwards, the next thing I want to work on, the writing project, is I'm gonna finish this thing that's maybe a third done of an exploration of why I love the really long video game YouTubers, the essayists, and I've done quite a bit of preliminary research for it, developed my thoughts, written the introduction, done the framework, and so it's time to type that up. And not just because I'm that kind of nerd, and we know I am, but I think perhaps we should write it down in a way that makes it so if someone says, well, why do you like 6-hour-long videos on video games? I can say, well, here, I wrote something about it. It's long, but not nearly as long. It's not just the length, it's XYZ. And then potentially, I don't know, this is supposed to be a value proposition, right? It can't just be the pretty hair and the excellent necklace and the mostly okay video game playing. When you're part of our Discord community, when you're hanging out with me and the rest of the class, you get to enjoy some of the creative and writing and artistic works that Professor Jimbles and the rest of the class puts forward, We're hanging out. I don't feel it as a pressure yet, so I'm still excited to keep doing it. Now, I'm pretty excited to finish Coffee Talk. Maybe tonight, who knows, because Corey has developed a little thing that I've gotten progressively more excited about it, especially after I gave it some more thought. And so we'll see if that comes into play tonight or next fortnight. Now, there's one more thing I wanted to share with you. I have not sent it to the Discord yet, so this may be a surprise. Haha! Goblin tools. Now, this is an AI tool. I know AI is... You know I hate AI art. It's a fantastic tweet. AI art showed me that I actually do believe in the human soul because I've seen art created by someone that doesn't have it. Fucking brilliant. Great line and weirdly correct. But using some of it not to like cheat on exams, but break things down so you shouldn't. Yeah, like, okay, I need to clean kitchen. Vacuum. So, break down the item. Buddy, if your kind of neurodivergence makes it hard to identify how long it'll take to do a task, or roughly how difficult it is, and you need an estimate of roughly how long it'll take to do this, this tool, excellent. What was the main thing I used it for? Oh, when I couldn't sleep, I pulled up the judge. Am I misreading the tone of this? Pop in some text here. Then I'll do a little bit of magic and say, appears playful and slightly flirtatious in tone. The use of fairy smut could imply a sense of humor or lightheartedness, while the mention of bookmarking suggests a level of consideration or thoughtfulness towards the recipient. Overall, the text seems to convey a sense of intimacy and familiarity between the speaker and the recipient. Now that's fucking cool. Again, if you're the kind of neurodivergence where you'd find that useful, goblin.tools. This is why I think AI is not all bad. Like, yeah, it's as with a lot of things you find in capitalism, it's going to be used to screw us over. But what if you only use it for the good reasons, right? I can't stop a company from firing someone. Oh, sorry. I can do my hardest and try real hard to stop a company from firing someone because they're so stupid. They think that an AI tool is going to like save them money. Another excuse to be shitty. Well, strong unions, right? We are disappointed in the Screen Actors Guild and how they are not as anti-AI as they should be. But hey, this is a good tool, right? Neurotypical to auto-translate. Now, I'm usually pretty good with it, picking up tone, that sort of thing. Last night I posted some of my writing in there. Not posted. I put some of my writing in there, like speeches, things I wrote for the Moth as a storytelling gig, and I'm like, oh, it says I'm humorous. It says it's got a wry sense of humor, though it's also informative. How nice. Thank you very much, Goblin Tools. Oh, I feel so like pleasantly judged. Fucking arrogant. It's fun though. Hey, you wanna play some coffee talk? Let's go. Yeah, it does have a lot of neat potential, so I just wanted to shout it out. It's a cool thing. God, my hair looks good. You love it? I love it. Exactly, Corey. So, like I said, clean kitchen is like, these are the things you probably need to do. You can break them down even further. Amazing. So if you have clean house as a goal, it'll go these ones, these ones, these ones. Lay out each room. You can remove each individual room if you don't have a laundry or something. Like, that's cool shit. That's really good. God, look at that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Right? Hell yeah. Do need to shave though. Okay, let's go. Huh. I thought there was more stuff in the drawer yesterday. Am I misremembering things? Let's see. All the ingredients are stocked up. And the weather's keeping quiet. Looks like a good night to listen to some stories. Hey, Hyde and Gala. Good evening, Mr. Hyde, Mr. Gala. Nice to see you too. How did you go to the hospital today? Well, it was fine, except I was A little exhausted. Goodness, are you having issues with the children again? No, that's not it. It's just... Well, for starters, my Fury is giving me a hard time. Yep, Fury, is it the full moon already? Nope, but I sometimes get pre-Fury symptoms. Pre-Fury symptoms. Yeah, it's a common thing for werewolves. A few days before the full moon, our bodies start to prepare for the Fury. And that changes the way they react to pretty much everything. Symptoms vary depending on who you ask. That can affect our muscles, our appetite, our energy levels. It can give us headaches and a lot of other stuff. Small but annoying. That doesn't sound pleasant. No, to be honest, it's not great. For me, I've been feeling pretty sore and more tired than usual. And a bit crankier as well. Is there a drink that could help you with that? I never found one, but if anyone could come up with it, it's you, Jimbles. Since a Galahad can soothe your fury, maybe it would work on a pre-fury as well? Maybe. I think it'd need to be more relaxing. Like a Galahad, but with no caffeine and maybe blue. We know how to make a Galahad, don't we? Tea, milk, ginger? Blue. Well, he gave that up. Easy. Tea, milk, ginger. That's the honey. Ginger. Where Endo? Sounds like hell. God, imagine that. Just gonna clear off all my notifications because I have to. All right. Normal schedule. Self-care. Good job. Not making appropriate drinks so people aren't happy with me. Come on, Carla, we can do it. Hey, Lexi. Good job. You're alive. Gala tea. We need to give an item to Gala? I don't think so. We have nothing. Fuck. We're gonna get the bad end. If there is a bad end. Here you go. A Gala tea for you. You come up with these names on the spot, Jimbles? No. It takes a bit of soul searching. To tailor it to the situation and so on. That always makes it sound like you know in advance what we're gonna order. Call it a sixth sense. Right, let's see how his sixth sense tastes. Wow, this is excellent. Exactly what I needed. Very happy to hear that. What's with the long look, C2? Did something happen? Actually, Jimbles... I guess I'll just come out with it. I need your help. My help. Come on, I wasn't that bad. No? I was so tired today I nearly fell asleep on the job. Ugh. Most importantly, it's not good for you. Moping around, sulking, refusing to look at solutions. I'd never seen you like this and I'm getting worried. There's nothing to worry about. You say that, but then you spend entire nights looking miserable. Yeah, we ought to dead people. No advice I come up with is good enough. And Hyde, I'm barely keeping it together as it is. You should know by now how I feel when Fury's about to hit. I take it you two ended up chatting yesterday after all. You bet we did. After I walked out of here, I headed home and found this. lying on the sofa, staring at the ceiling, looking so gloomy it sucked the color out of the room. It's not the first time either. It's a constant these days. Please help me help him, Jimbles. I'm at my wit's end. Mr. Hyde. Ugh, fine. The truth is, I'm bored to death. Or I would be if it wasn't for the whole immortality thing. I'm nearing 40 years old. And I've never been this bored in my entire life. Interesting. You usually make it sound like you're much older. 40 years old in vampire years. I'm not saying how old that is in other species years. Eyes on the prize, Jimbles. Intervention first, gossip later. My apologies. Why are you so bored, Mr. Hyde? My job. What was that? My job! Hey, no need to shout. Well, I'm also irritated about it, okay? I'm not exactly used to sitting around twiddling my thumbs. But modeling stopped being fun ages ago. You did mention something like that last time. You are trying to leave modeling behind then. Yeah. Is there a specific reason for that? It's all just so brief. Back when I started modeling, people thought of fashion in a different way. They wanted to keep their outfits for a while. So they had to be elegant, well-made, and versatile. Some campaigns that I featured in stayed on billboards for months, and I knew the clothes would last decades. In a way, I felt like I was building a bond with their wearers. I endorsed something that would feature in their cherished memories. But then social media came and it all became disposable. The clothes themselves, of course, but the models even more. I shoot a campaign, the brand posted online, it gets attention for what, 10 minutes? Then another campaign comes in and everything's forgotten. Blink and it's gone. There's no bond to be built there. Isn't that changing these days though, with slow fashion and the like? That's true, and people are getting into vintage clothes too. I salute that. But the reality of my job remains the same. What about your fans? You have so many people following you. You mentioned that last night, and my answer hadn't changed. They follow me because they think I'm pretty. Being admired is nice, but it doesn't constitute a bond. So, are you saying that you'd like to leave more of a mark? Maybe so. It would be nice if I did something that people remembered. That become a part of their lives in a real way. You do know you have people in your life in a real way, right? People that always remember you. It's not the same thing. Maybe you should study to become a doctor or something. That would make a real difference. No, thank you. The job still needs to be fun. Studying for 10 years just to exhaust myself in 14-hour shifts? Did you mistake me for a hard-working vampire? Do you see what I'm dealing with, Jimbles? It does seem to be a thorny issue. Perhaps you'd like to mull it over with a drink in hand, Mr. Hyde? Yeah, that sounds good. Why don't you give hibiscus another shot, Jimbles? I'll give you a hint. Make it very, very spicy hibiscus. Hibiscus. Cinnamon, cinnamon. Alright, fucker, take this. What do you think? Cinnamon hibiscus. That's not gonna be it. Hibiscus, ginger, cinnamon. hibiscus, cinnamon, ginger. No, it's the same. All right, I actually thought the order made a difference, but I guess not. Maybe not all the time. Come on, let's give it a go. A Zobo. Well, that's got a name. Let's fucking go, baby. Ayy. So rare. Hide his favorite hibiscus drink. Let's see. You do know me well, Jimbles. Ah, so I take it this works for you. This is a perfectly executed Zobo if I ever tasted one. Glad to see you've made good use of your ginger resupply. So you knew I couldn't get it right that time. Forgive an old man his old man jokes. I see you've had your fun, but you still lost your bet, Hyde. A bet? When Hyde was wallowing in self-pity yesterday, I told him many people cared about him. And I bet you could definitely figure out that one hibiscus drink he likes. So now I get to say that I was right. And Hyde gets to buy me dinner. At a place of my choosing. Ugh. You're gonna pick that horrible steakhouse again, aren't you? You know it. Have you won other bets in the past, Mr. Garland? Let's see. You say it, Hyde. He's won every single one of the bets we've ever made. Wow. Yeah, I'm this close to being able to buy a new TV with money I'm saving on food. Just rub it in my face, why don't you? Oh. Hi, everyone. Hey, Lua. Hi, Lua. Busy night, I see. Hi, Miss Lua. Yes. Busy and lovely, and just the way we like it. That's good. And I'm really glad you're here. Hi. I wanted to apologize for the other night. I was so excited to see you, especially since it had been a while. But we ended up fighting with Bailey's instead. You must be getting bored of our argument. It's alright. They're kind of fun to watch. How are things with you two, by the way? Just let me order before I answer. If that's alright, Jimbles? Of course. What would you like? I spent a whole day talking in meetings and presentations. So I have a bit of a sore throat. Is there anything you'd recommend for that? Maybe not smoking. Definitely something with lemon and honey. Sounds great. I'd love a lemon and honey drink then, please. Anything with lemon and honey? Milk! Great for your throat. Lemon. Honey. No, that's gonna be terrible. It's lemon and honey tea. You know it is. Midsummer Night's Dream? Let's fucking go. Here you go. Some honey to soothe. Lemon to boost recovery. Thanks, Dr. Jimbles. That's Professor Ian. This is truly lovely. Just what I needed. That's great to hear. My company's trying to get a big contract. So I've been organizing meetings with everyone. Making sure it's all going according to plan. That sounds pretty tough. Yeah, it's a lot of responsibilities and decision making. And part of me likes that, but part of me feels the pressure of it. So it's nice to be able to unwind with a warm cup. Anyhow, to answer your earlier question, Gala, you probably gathered that Bay and I have been fighting. Yeah, and Hyde told me a little about it too. Right, well, we haven't discussed the wedding for the past couple of days. And honestly, it's done me a lot of good. The thing is, I know Bay means well. He suggests all these things that he thinks I'd like. And I should like them. He's paying attention, not just sending random ideas. I should be grateful that he's trying to please me. But I get annoyed instead. And then I start feeling guilty that I'm annoyed. Which makes me even more annoyed. It's not great, I know. Well, it'd be easier if we always acted rationally. If we only got annoyed at the right people for the right reasons. But things aren't that simple, are they? That's true. Although, I guess if you figured out what actually annoys you, it would help. That's the problem. I'm not sure. At first, I thought I was tired or worried. The decision making at my job is taking a toll, for sure. It's a bit hard for me to also deal with organizing things in my personal life. Also, the financial side of it is hard to navigate. I don't want Bay to spend too much money, but he's right that involving my family comes with strings attached. I'm not sure how to avoid that, though. But I'm realizing that might not even be the main issue. The more he sends me links to venues and caterers, the more it all feels wrong to me. I don't mean the wedding itself. I want to get married to Bay. But the way we're planning it, I don't know. I've been to my friends' weddings before. I've also been browsing the most popular wedding pictures online. There are always these big parties, very put together, very classy. They have the whole families over, their friends, their colleagues. They rent these beautiful barns and they hire live bands. They wear designer dresses and bespoke suits. I used to look at that and think, this is great, this is what I want. Now it all just feels more and more off to me. Why don't you tell your fiance that? What if he thinks I'm getting cold feet? Well, then I'm questioning his ability to help with the budget. That's up to how you communicate it, isn't it? Right, but it's still a difficult topic. We've been through so much, you all know that. This is supposed to be a special day, a way to celebrate our partnership. Bay wants to honor that. He'd feel awful if he thinks I don't. Or if he thinks I don't trust him. I swear, you and your elf are well matched. You always worry so much about what others think, instead of working out your own wants and needs. You do realize that's the important bit, right? I mean, generally, yes, I get that, but how does it apply here? What do you think it means to honor your partnership? To celebrate it properly, for starters? Right. And who are you in that partnership with? I believe you've met him, the blonde guy with the puppy eyes? Right, I'm glad you remember that, because you were making it sound like you're in a relationship with your friends who got married. And it's strange to put wedding pictures online. This is your relationship you're celebrating. Why are you so concerned with other people's wedding? Your special day needs to make sense to the two of you. Have it in trainers at a fast food joint if that's what you like. That way you can also take the budget out of the equation. A simpler wedding won't feel shabby if you make it feel properly yours. I still want a pretty outfit and decent food. Thank goodness. But point well taken. It's just my family might have certain expectations. Did they openly say that? No. Then maybe they do, or maybe you just think they do. The only way to find out is to talk to them. Besides, isn't Bailey's also about to become your family? You sure? You sure are the only family he's got? I'm not saying to disinvite everyone or to fight with them or anything, but you shouldn't put their needs above your own. I really shouldn't, should I? You're giving me food for thought. Thanks, Hyde. My pleasure. Amazing how you perk up when you give people advice, Hyde. Maybe you should become a therapist. Huh. Mm-hmm. Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence. I did say I might become a couples counselor. But I agree with what you all implied. I don't think I'm quite tactful enough for that. You looking to change careers, huh? He's bored of modeling. Finds it too impermanent, wants to leave a mark, wants to have fun. Just a very quick summary. Oh, I see. Well, is there any way you can make modeling fun again? I don't think so. Last time I had proper fun was maybe 20 years ago. What happened there? I was modeling a capsule collection for a young designer. And she wanted to take her own pictures. She got a studio, logged the outfits there, found someone to do the makeup. Then she whipped out an old film camera, a proper relic. I hadn't seen one like it since the 60s. My granddad has an old black and white silver camera with 2 lenses. Was there someone like that? Yeah, exactly like that. She said she preferred it because of the way it captured the light. And also because it was a slower experience. Something that would allow us to connect more. At first, I didn't think much of it. I started doing the usual posing, switching, posing some more. But something felt different, and then I realized what it was. Most of the time, we were just talking. She only took a picture once in a few minutes, if that. Is that unusual? Yep, most fashion photographers take dozens of pictures in a row. Felt a bit sorry for her, to be honest. I thought she didn't know what she was doing and that she was wasting her money. But we had a great time and we got kind of friendly, I guess. Because at the end of it, she let me use up the remaining exposures. I fooled around, shot some random stuff, and one portrait of her. Hey, Violets. Then she suggested I come with her to the dark room. Watch how she developed the pictures and how they turned out. You did always have a fondness for dark places. Comes with the territory. But as for the pictures, well, they were gorgeous. First of all, I looked really like me, you know? A me I could recognize. But that's not even what stuck with me the most. It's the care she put into processing each frame. Working each picture through the chemical baths. Hanging them, drying them. It's like watching a magic ritual. And her portrait? When she saw it, she got a bit emotional. She said she was used to being on the other side of the camera. And it was the first time she really liked a portrait someone took of her. I'm in a weird place these days. It's not like me to tell these kinds of tales. Or to launch into soppy monologues, really. Just forget it. No, I think it's a beautiful story. And it gives me an idea, I think, of another career for you. Please share, Louis. You'd be doing both of us a solid. Go on, then. Well, maybe it's because I've looked at so many of them recently. But apparently film is making a big comeback for wedding pictures. It's what you said, it captures the light beautifully. And it's a more personal, slower approach. Maybe you could try that. Me? No, the other vampire who's looking for a new line of work. I think you've got the wrong guy here, Lua. I know I'm disgustingly sentimental these days. But I'm not that far gone. Attending one wedding gives me cavities, let alone several per month. Ah, well, forget about it then. No, don't forget about it at all. It would be perfect for you. Come on, Hyde. I know you like to play strong and sarcastic, but you are sentimental, and you love to chat people up. You'd solve all the bridesmaids' drama and offend the parents. But most importantly, you'd do something for these people they'll never forget. They'll look at your pics their whole lives. If that's not leaving a mark, I don't know what is. You're assuming they won't get divorced. I don't know if this is the right topic for Ms. Loa. It's alright. I know some marriages end in divorce, but that doesn't change anything, does it? Whether a marriage lasts for a few months or several decades, a wedding is still an unforgettable moment in someone's life. That career in the mafia is really looking up. You're hopeless. I'm falling asleep on my chair now, so I'm gonna head back. Do whatever you want, you thick-skulled vampire. Just don't stay out too late, okay? Yeah, alright. That's my cue as well. I have some thinking to do. Maybe some talking. Thanks again, Hyde. And good luck. I hope your next adventure is a good one. It will be. Good night, Lua. Good night, Jimbles. See you later. Good night, you two. Here we go again. Last one sitting. Indeed, proper night owls. You didn't say anything about that wedding photographer idea. It's ridiculous, right? That's not for me to say, but I wouldn't call it ridiculous. It sounds like you enjoyed the whole film photography experience. And you do like being around people, don't you? I do, sometimes, but I'm not a romantic. People get married, they think they're taking a first step into forever. Well, there's no such thing as forever. Everyone ends up disappointed in some way, and then, next thing you know... I don't want to sound too depressing. So you don't believe in love? Of course I do, but only if in a certain kind. You can choose to keep supporting someone to enjoy their company. You can do that for years with friends, family, lovers. But at the end of the day, you're still you, a separate person. And they're still them. There's no two souls becoming one. Not really. I know, the one time I tried, it didn't really work out. But do you regret trying? No. I guess I don't. It confirmed for me that the marriage and the like, it's not going to be my thing. It's never going to be my thing. And there's freedom in knowing that about myself. It's given me space to build other relationships that work much better. But at the same time, when I see people who truly believe it, people who walk into it willing to share their lives so closely, even if for most of them it won't pan out, there's something beautiful there. Like watching a butterfly fly too close to a flame. Or a flower bloom like it will never wilt. Well, in any case, I singed off my wings, but I'm still here. And on that day, for that minute when I said we'd be together forever and meant it, I sure felt alive. If you know all that, then you must also know that it's something worth celebrating. And something worth helping other people celebrate. You're a tricksy one, Jimbles. And I'm too tired to fight your logic. Which means it's time for me to head back. Of course, Mr. Hyde. And I meant to say, I appreciate our one-to-one chats. I hope we can keep providing you with a comfortable space here. Oh, it's plenty comfortable, for sure. Besides... well... it all boils down to this, doesn't it? The way time passes for me is very different from anyone else I know. Thank goodness Gala is from a long-living species. But even then, he'll grow old before I do, eventually. The world will change 100 times, technologies will die out, new technologies will come. I will feel again the way I feel now in a century, maybe two. And Lua and Gala won't be around to give me advice. The world won't wait for me. But you will. Am I right, Jimbles? That is very perceptive of you, Mr. Hyde. Hey, you've grown to know me quite well. It's only fair that I know you a little in return. Suppose that's true. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. To continuing our story. It's nice to know that no matter how much time passes, there's always going to be someone here rooting for me. Thank you for your trust, Mr. Hyde. We will make sure it's not misplaced. I know you will. And on that note, I guess I'm going to go browse for some film cameras. What's the worst that can happen? Indeed. Take care of yourself, friend. And you as well. The world won't wait for you, Mr. Hyde. But some of us will. Ooh, mysterious. Ooh. What is it implying about the barista, huh? Anyway, we'll see. Ugh. Long monologue there. Sorry. Hey, good to see you, pilots. I thought you were like well and truly busy tonight. Glad you could join us. If you're showing me off in front of like extended family, that sounds really hilarious, and I promise to make it as awkward as possible. Move me over a little bit. Thursday, September 28th, 2023. The Evening Whispers, Thursday, September 28th, 2023. Robots asked to give ultimate advice. Elven burnout is real. Here's how to avoid it. New image recognition tech confuses gnomes with dwarves. A review. Well, that's... wow. Racist AI in a nutshell. That's amazing. All right. Good evening. Officer, welcome. Hey, Jimbles. How are you doing? Officer? Oh. Sorry. My mind's kinda elsewhere right now. No worries. Work issues? What else? I'm all ears if you want to chat. You're a pal. I'm in a real bind, Jimbles. What happened? Well, never-ending workplace issues aside. Things are getting weird about a minute, and I'm feeling out of my depth. Are you talking about your recent patrols? Yeah. I've been analyzing CCTV footage the last couple of days. Oh, I see. How did that go? Did the cameras manage to capture anything? Yes and no. The infrared's caught a couple blurry things. They ran off, turned the corner, and disappeared. Could have been anything like rats or cats. But neither fits with what I heard on the scene. Footsteps, you know? The laughter. Coming to think of it, it sounded more like giggles. Giggles. Can werbeasts giggle? None of that size, no. But even if they could, it doesn't explain the footsteps, really. I see. So what's next? I have some ideas, but they're just wild theories at this point. In short, I'm stumped. You know, Jimbles, I've been racking my brain ever since Miss Riona dropped that bomb about the fairies, you see. Oh, what about them? As it turns out, fairies was an umbrella term for many types of beings. Anything that didn't fit the known physical rules at the time was referred to as such. Oh, huh. Does that mean banshees are part of the fairy folk? Probably. Not anymore, though. It's an ongoing process, but the list is getting shorter. But back then, any sentient being that was even remotely incomprehensible was considered that. And that includes apparitions. Apparitions. Yeah. Apparitions like ghosts. Ghosts. Ghosts! I see. What do you mean I see? Huh? Doesn't it sound like a bad joke to you? I'm not sure I follow. But come on. Ghosts don't exist. Do they? Because if they do, all I can think about is that damn tree now. Huh, right. The tree. Does that mean it's haunted? It could be. Don't get how you can be so calm about this. Well, why wouldn't I be? I mean, there have been all sorts of customers here, right? Some of them are so out of this world, even. Sometimes literally. You're right. Hey, cleric. I guess another one is being weird here. Don't say that. Everyone has their own peccadillos. True that. If you don't mind telling me, though. May I ask the reason you're so afraid of ghosts? Gosh, no. That's a long story. Not something I'm ready to talk about, anyway. That's understandable. All you need to know is my fear was never caused by actual ghosts. Oh? Yeah. Yeah, hey, cleric, you actually missed, Hyde being recommended, hey, do you want to be a doctor? And they're like, no, I don't want to work 13-hour shifts. I thought, cleric's probably busy doing something, so she can't actually watch this. And I'm like, fuck. Good choice, right? No, you don't. Yeah, there you go. Don't want to be a doctor. Would you trade it all in to be a vampire, cleric? That's a question. I don't think I'd be a vampire anymore. I'd have to watch Baby K grow up. And then grow old and die. That doesn't sound super great, right? What if I turned him into... Probably not for a vampire? They're like... You'd want to ask some really specific questions, right? Can you eat anything? Does it taste like ash? Or no, is it all gone? Because, oh man, that kind of sucks. How about, like, there's no pleasure but the memory of pleasure because you are a dead thing? You're truly cursed by God? And if you ask so many questions, the vampire's probably just like, alright, fuck it, never mind then. No, sparkling's one of the best kinds. I know it's fun to make fun of Twilight, but honestly, what an excellent fucking way to hunt prey. Right? If you were almost guaranteed to overpower anything, sparkling in the sunlight to bring them closer to you, excellent way to attract prey. Skin of a killer indeed. There are a lot of dumb things in the in Twilight though. Oh, alright. Let's keep going, huh? Well, you gotta think about it. I mean, we all know if there's a World of Darkness template I'm getting for myself, it's Bard. But if Bard doesn't exist, because, you know, I was part of a crew that made it, so it's not really official. Go with Mage. Then go sleep. Send Baby K to sleep when he's misbehaving. Suggestion is a very powerful thing, Jimbles. But that's all I'm willing to share. For now. Okay, thanks for sharing. You know, it's funny. My grandpapa's very into this stuff. So is my daughter. They're like my opposites, very curious and fascinated by the unknown. Not that I'm not, mind you. It's just that my time as a cop and all, and unknown variables usually mean trouble. I see, that makes sense. The kind of people who see things from nothing. I mean that the best way possible. Like, you know, the Zen rock garden thing from Japan? They understand the Zenness of it. I don't. That doesn't stop me from thinking it's chill, you know? I think you almost got it. Yeah? But I'm sure he and my daughter could talk about it for hours. Too bad it passed away before she was born. I'm sorry to hear that. Don't be. On that note, Jimbles, you see my ladder, right? I'd say I'm pretty well acquainted with it now, yeah. My bad. The thing was originally my grandpop's. He bought it sometime after the war ended. It was to commemorate the upcoming new era, he said. In more ways than one. He got honorably discharged due to a severe leg injury he'd never be able to recover from. Ah. At the time, he was living right across the street at the former town hall. For obvious reasons, he couldn't walk far. So it was a good location for him with all the veteran support nearby and all. Right. Now, about that street. You see, my grandpa liked to chat. Never liked being alone, that guy, but plus he pretty much hated the back rooms, so sometimes he'd go and hang out with the street vendors in front of his place. There were all kinds of beings there, along with their pets, from all walks of life. That's why I had a lot of stories about the craziest things. Ah, I see. You see, the street's name just came to my mind last night. Can you take a guess what it is? You mean... Bourne Street. Uh-huh. Wasn't called that before. That's why the whole thing didn't click for me right away. But I went through his files and it checks out. Send me the vendors he was talking about. Bingo. And you know what? He bought the ladder there. Well, what a coincidence. Are you sure it's only a coincidence? What do you mean? Come on. Ain't no way they're just coincidences, Jimbles. Everything is lining up too perfectly, if you ask me. Uh-oh. Think about what's happened so far. It was my team that found out about the vandalism before they dumped the whole case on me. And my car was hit out of everyone's. Right. Then my luck started tanking. The broken mug, the fan, the black cat. Just tons of weird stuff happening in the past week alone, you see? Right. Then one thing led to another and my team was chosen to lead the investigation. And tell me, who's in charge of the case? Me. And there's the Banshee lady, your patron with some information I wouldn't have thought of. Dead tree stuff, the fairy market. Information I wouldn't have even remembered on my own. Right. And now we know why I kept losing my lighter, right? How are they not connected? Tell me. Well, if you list them all in order like that. I'm telling you, Jimbles, that place is calling for me. The case is made for me. But they really picked the wrong guy. Just real bad at dealing with spooks. They make me question everything I've ever known, you know? But I've always thought you're pretty good at handling ambiguity, officer. Not when it comes to supernatural stuff. Because we don't know enough about what's real and what's not. What will they do? What will hurt us? Do they bring bad luck? Good luck? What's the truth? Who knows? Maybe you should take a day off and catch up on your sleep. Huh? What was that? No, nothing. You know, another patron of mine suggested a documentary to watch. Yeah? The focus was on interesting drinks from around the world. You could find everything from the mundane to the extreme. From local comforts to really special stuff. I kept thinking one particular drink might interest you. No? It is something like a protection drink. It's made of coffee, honey, lemon, and a slew of other ingredients. Huh. Protection from what, though? From evil spirits and bad luck, I think. Maybe it'll help ease your mind a bit. Gotcha. But Jimbles, even if the whole situation is haunted, there shouldn't be any evil spirits. Right? I wouldn't know. But I might need your lighter. What for? Well, the drink needs to be lit up. I just think your lighter might give it that extra magic boost it needs. Compared to just using a regular flame, I mean? What are you gonna make me anyway? Nah, I trust you. Here. Officer, your he's lighter. Coffee, lemon, honey. I mean, that's not bad. It's not a traditional coffee drink, that's for fucking sure, right? But still. Okay, then make me this magical drink you've learned, Jimbles. Alright, well, it's coffee, honey, lemon. Ooh. Yeah. Thank you, Cleric. I appreciate that. Target Pro. I would definitely make coffee, honey, lemon. Kimada. Better give him the goddamn lighter back too. That's pretty cool. Good job, my dude. Oh, wow. I may have. That's totally, entirely correct, Cleric. I certainly may have. I'm glad you listed it. It'd be suspicious, but try it? Yeah, well. Good. Better question is, how would I pour the coffee? God, if Rhett was here? Rhett's a friend of Leona's. And a friend of mine. Very cool indeed. I'm gonna ask him. Remind me tomorrow, Kimada, coffee talk, Rhett. You know, that's a good question. I don't know. Probably a better question. I have no idea. Oh, wow. That drink does light up, huh? Yep, this is special just for you. So don't tell anybody. Roger that. I'm not allowed to serve alcohol, and I'm giving it to him. Here you go. Ooh, careful. Dang, Jimbles. This is really something else. You sure it's okay to drink? I have no idea. But I'll take responsibility if anything happens. I'm just being silly, aren't I? Sorry for bothering you with all this stuff, Jimbles. Yeah, even maybe this crazy drink to make me feel better. Don't say that. I'm always happy to help however I can.
Thanks. Man. At least with crooks, you can actually deal directly with them, you know? Not the case with apparitions.
Not with that attitude.
Huh?
On that conversation with Detective McQueen, everything can be caught with a little elbow grease. Not actual elbow grease. I won't make that mistake again.
McQueen? Is that you?
What the fuck do I do for this guy's voice? I haven't practiced a Columbo, so that's not gonna work.
You see. You see.
Yeah, alright.
You see. Hello, Williams. It's been a while. It is you. Surprises just keep coming this week. Just let me go over there.
You know each other?
More or less. We were brunch buddies.
Brunch buddies.
Brunch buddies. I feel like I meant to say brunch buddies in the same serious tone, but I don't like to talk about it. I still get nightmares. I feel you. Wasn't sure if we were gonna make it out alive. We were truly the lucky ones. Without a doubt.
I'll just take both of your words for it. Good, because I don't like to talk about it. Yeah, I went with like off New Jersey, half Gilbert Gottfried, kind of. Gotta tell you though, it's a little rough on the voice. Jesus. Noir detective.
Because I don't like to talk about it. Broad walked in, legs spelled trouble. And you know me, I like to spread apart those consonants.
That didn't make any sense. I think I can do that.
Because I don't like to talk about it. So what brings you here, detective? Surely it's not the coffee.
Secret police reasons. I've not read the briefing yet. But enough about me. Tell me about your supernatural problems.
Yeah? You need to bust a ghost? Well, busting maybe a bit much. I was just talking to Jimbles about getting over that, my fear of that stuff. And ghosts. Something like that. I'm weak against ghostly looking stuff. I get freaked out easily. For example, I admit I got a little spooked by what happened on Bourne Street the other day.
Ah, I remember that.
I know very well that unchecked fear leads to prejudice. That's why it's a no-no in my book. It even pains me to admit that out loud. Sometimes the toughest case to crack is ourselves. Other times, it's ghosts. How do you do it, detective? Your cases, man. I'd probably have lost all my hair by now if I were you.
I try not to think about it all that much. And when I do think about it, I think, who else will do it? Nobody, that's who.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, once you get over the dead part, they're just like you and me. Look, I remember this one case. We were investigating a haunted apartment. This lady, her husband had recently passed away, but wasn't moving on, if you catch my drift. Real deadbeat, couldn't take a hint. Anyway, we had to go in and exercise the place, right? But the husband, he's caught wind and he's retreated into the basement. I won't get into the technicalities of it. It's harder to get a ghost out of a basement or an attic. It's all about the angles, really. I mean, I get it. That used to be his home. All his stuff is still there. It's hard. I get that. So I'm slowly going down the stairs to try and coax him out. Bam! Next minute, all this romantic music is playing. The whole place is lit up by a spotlight. Basic illusions, basic ghost tricks. And before I knew what hit me, I'm sitting with this pottery wheel. He's sitting behind me. Wait, isn't this the plot of the 1990 film Ghost? Oh.
Maybe? We had a movie night at work and I dozed off before it started. The story must have slipped into my subconscious. Riveting.
What?
Hey, detective. I'm a big policeman. Hey, people I don't know. Did you get your important errand sorted?
I sure did.
Dooley, I can see crumbs stuck to your face.
It's just the rain. It's very bready rain.
It's filling all over your top.
That's blood from a gunshot wound. It's healed up though.
You're literally holding the receipt from the donut shop.
That's why they pay you the big bucks, detective.
So what did I miss? We're talking about getting rid of Officer Williams' fear of ghosts. Hey.
Ghosts?
Yeah. You're afraid of them, right, Dooley?
No idea. I've never met one.
We stopped a ghost riot.
Ghosts aren't real. So you don't need to be scared of them. Easy.
There you go, I guess. Sorry that wasn't much help. Nah. What you said, they're just like us. That's a good thing to be reminded of. Exactly. They used to be alive, just like us. As long as they don't try to eat, possess, violently murder you, you should be fine. Very reassuring. Just talk to them. Feel their culture, listen to their issues and spectral wails. Treat them like any other person. See what's on the inside.
Which should be easy, because you can see right through them.
I thought you didn't believe in ghosts. It's best not to overthink anything he says.
I certainly don't.
Well, thanks for the advice. I think it'll help. Our pleasure. Now, Dewey, I think we should read that case briefing and find out why we're here.
I already did.
Huh?
Turns out we were meant to arrest the person driving that taxi.
Instead of
just taking it all the way to Seattle, yeah.
Why?
The driver was a chupacabra.
Okay, let's get out of here, Dooley. Good luck, officer. Thanks, McQueen. A lot. You too, Officer Dooley.
Bye, guy. Good luck with your rat problem, Riona. Bye, coffee wizard. Take care. What the fuck was that? That was quite something.
Well, what do you know, Jimbles? Looks like my good luck is back. I'm feeling like $1 million now. I'm very glad you do. Thanks anyway, Jimbles. I really did nothing much.
You're gonna be okay.
Okay enough to start thinking about what to do next.
Wow, Loxy.
Yeah, I'm done here for the night. You have a good evening, alright?
Please keep me updated, officer, and stay safe.
Ah, will do.
Alright then. Maybe go check the stock and... Oh. Miss Riona, welcome.
Hello.
How's the traffic out there?
It's a mess. There's construction work taking place on Leonora Avenue. Oof. I can imagine the gridlock already. Fortunately, I have no deliveries to make today.
That's great. I'm happy you're here. So anything I can make for you this evening? I'd like something for my throat. I would appreciate a cup of tea infused with some lemon and a touch of honey. Tea, lemon, honey. Go! That's very dad behavior, Lux, I gotta tell you. Midsummer ice cream for you too, baby! I have no items. Huh? Cup of warm midsummer night's cream for you, miss. That's what we call it here. Ooh. Okay, we're only just regular friends. Close friends are Yorhi though, that's good. Lua loves us. Hell yeah. Terrible. Gotta clear your notifications and go crazy. At least I do. Sorry. Gala. Veteran. Now working in a hospital. Got a cat. What a good guy. Anyway, still good. That's what we call it here. Oh, whimsical. What do you think? Exactly what you're after? It's literally what you asked for. It's wonderful. Sweet, but well balanced with the lemon and the slight bitterness of the tea completes it. Thank you. You're so very welcome. By the way, you just missed Officer Yoji by a few seconds. Is that so? How is he? He's been thinking about what you said quite a bit, actually. Oh? He's currently dealing with plenty of clues he isn't used to. That's why he's hard to work at the moment. I see. Bad traffic aside, how are you? To be honest, I've had a lot on my mind of late. And I don't know how to express it without sounding pathetic. You know I'm all ears. That may actually be part of the problem, I am afraid. But, pardon? You know, I've held conversations with more individuals over the past week than I have in the past few years. Is that a good or a bad thing? It's troubling. Oh, I'm sorry about that? I don't mean it necessarily in a negative way. It's just... I used to believe that I had a settled life objective. But I have been doubting it lately. How come? I finally heard back from Miss Rachel yesterday. Oh, any good news? No. Our fields are admittedly quite different, so I was not expecting much. However, she provided me with some contacts who may be of assistance, even though they had no direct connection to the audience I'm trying to reach. I see. She explained clearly why she thinks I should contact them, however, which I am thankful for. That's very thoughtful of her. So what's the battle plan? And why are you doubting yourself? In essence, the advice is to slowly increase my network, to make myself known. Oh? Sounds familiar, doesn't it? You can probably guess my concern about it. I think so, but you could give me a refresher. Just so I don't misunderstand. I feel like that would be a shortcut, so to speak. Right. She did, however, remind me of an important and humbling fact. What would that be? Well... Oh, but it's not guaranteed you'll get anything out of it, don't you think? Unless you're really, really sure the so-called shortcut is 100% going to work. Because you'll have to do way, way more than just making a few calls and waiting for a call back. I'd say it's a decent impression of her. Thank you. After that, she told me a story about her early career experiences, both the good and bad. Getting noticed is truly only the beginning. Then it is either a matter of letting your talent speak for you, or you go out there to develop connections with the right people. Even then, there's still no guarantee of success. After listening to her explanation, I respect Miss Rachel's determination. I can certainly see how it worked out for her. But then I was left wondering whether Mr. Lucas meant something similar during our first meeting. Right, I thought it all sounded familiar. Will you try her suggestion then? I don't know.
Is it difficult?
No more difficult than sending reels to every audition I've come across, and being rejected by every single one. But for some reason I feel conflicted about it. Speaking of Mr. Lucas, he and I have also continued our correspondence. Although, perhaps it was more like a necessity.
Did something happen?
He was stuck.
Pardon?
Actually, he posted about it on social media last night.
Oh. I might have seen it.
Did you? I came across it when I was updating my schedule and responded out of concern. Then he called me almost immediately. He was loud.
All sounds in order.
And extremely drunk.
Really?
He denied it at first, but it was too obvious not to notice. He told me he was walking aimlessly, deep in thought, and entered Kerry Park without realizing he had done so.
Must have been some deep thinking he'd been doing, because I think it rained pretty hard last night.
Well, I wouldn't know. The bus to and from there is currently not operating after 10 p.m. Which is why I sent him a message informing him of that fact, as he seemed to be unaware of it.
Right.
So he called me to ask if there was any other mode of public transport nearby.
Wouldn't it have been just easy for him to call a cab?
He told me he wanted to know the city better.
At midnight?
Why not? After all, you operate your business after dark yourself.
Touche. Perhaps he just didn't want to go home yet. And I might be mistaken here, but I thought he doesn't like drinking.
Wasn't it party? Nevertheless, I think last night was quite different. It appears he had dinner with his team, and he needed the extra courage in order to negotiate with them about his proposed new direction.
Oh. I see. Suppose it didn't go as expected.
Perhaps. And I know that feeling all too well, Ms. However, he said he will keep negotiating until they reach compromise.
That's good.
Is it, though? Ms. Rachel told me about the hoops she had to jump through at the beginning of her career with her teammates as well. Likewise, Mr. Lucas has to work hard to obtain approval from his team for his actions. How can they still be so positive?
What do you mean?
I just cannot picture myself convincing others to give me a chance like that. I almost wanted to ask, why do we have to be at the mercy of others in order to succeed or fail? Can't talent speak for itself? But if I truly believed that, with the number of rejections I have received so far, I should have stopped a long time ago, shouldn't I? Right. That's why it doesn't work that way. What do you mean? To let talent speak for itself, we would all have to have the same standards. I see what you mean. Art would cease to be asked if it were standardized, would it not? However, doesn't that imply that everything still depends on the whims of individual judging you at that moment? How does someone like Miss Rachel or Mr. Lucas manage to be fine with that? Perhaps if they don't see it as the be-all and end-all. What do you mean? Rather than viewing them as judges with the authority to determine their fates, perhaps they just see them as hills to either overcome or avoid. That makes sense. Just a matter of perspective as to where the power lies. But it's not easy to climb those hills, especially if you've never done it before. Therefore, it's good to try and find out what works for you, or you can ask for guidance or assistance even. Because one can't possibly know every single way to overcome obstacles, or be able to safely recognize warning signs without first learning about them from others. Is that what you're trying to say? I see. Still. Miss Riona? Yes. Sorry, I got a bit lost in my thoughts. You're fine, I promise. I should go now. Alright. Will you be okay? I have a lot to think about. Thank you for being patient with my concerns, Jimbles. No problem at all. Anytime. Have a good evening then, Jimbles. Come back again soon. I like what I decided for Riona's voice there. I mean, it's not super inventive. I'm picking up from Lorna Schlitzwhistle from Quirpline. Thanks, Lur. Quirpline rocks. But I think, like, it works, you know? Dreamy, banshee type person. I'm not actually going to scream into the mic, so I think that works pretty good. Let's take a break now, 2 minutes early, so that we don't break in the middle of a date. And we'll be back soon. 15 minutes. Stretch. See you to each other soon. Hey, we're back. Hey, I wanted to show you what a pale blood looks like before you stir it. Like, oh no, that's terrible. It's not even that red. Hold on. Pale blood is a white Russian with a splash of grenadine, like homemade grenadine, so it's actually good. It doesn't just taste like sugar and red. I thought I'd come show you and then stir it, and you can see how it evens out. It's nice, huh? It may not be for everyone, but I quite like it. Oh, God. Very dark. I think I actually used too much Mr. Black in that one. My bad. Yeah. You also like the grenadine I made too. Probably is a pink milk. It's not that complicated to drink, to be honest. But I like calling it a pale blood because vampires and bloodborne, I guess, too. Anyway. Baby K's asleep out there. Break was a little bit long because Emma said, can I swap out? Can you put him to sleep? I'm like, yes. I'd be happy to. I love doing parenting in between in-stream break. That's so good. Me being an active father while also indulging a hobby online. Friday, September 29th, 2023. Free of charge. Alien sightings increase. Is this an invasion? At least it's pretty. Researcher responds over alleged algae invasion. Dwarfira Tech teams up with Golemix Industries to produce self-healing concrete technology. So I got myself some cashews. Hey, knock knock. Anyone there? Oh, hey, Baileys. What? Mr. Baileys, hi. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you come in. How are you tonight? I'm alright. But you look pretty distracted. Penny for your thoughts? You can have them for free. I'm just pondering the hidden side of things. Like, the world is different under the surface compared to what we think it is. Nothing and no one is exactly as they appear to be. Funny, I was having similar thoughts on my way here. I guess now that we spend so much time on social media, people believe we can be summed up in a picture or a sentence. But it's not like that. It's not easy to know someone. Even if that someone is yourself. Especially if that someone is yourself. Sounds like we agree on this. We sure do. It's been on my mind a lot in the past few days. Does that have anything to do with your wedding to Ms. Lua? Got it in one. How are things on that front? A few days ago, we decided to take some time apart to think. That sounds ominous. No, I don't mean it like that. It wasn't a breakup or even a break. Whew. We've been through so much. There's no walking back in our relationship now. Sometimes you're so together that you lose sight of the big picture, you know? I think I see what you mean. So we decided to give each other a bit of space and figure out what we really want out of our wedding. And more importantly, out of our marriage. I see, have you made any progress on that front? Do you want the short version or the long version? I'm always here for the full story. Alright then, I'm gonna tell you everything. But I think I should order first. Sure thing. What can I make you tonight? I'm not feeling fussy. Anything warm will do. So, anything, really. Makes sense. What about some herbal tea then? Hibiscus? Butterfly pea? Butterfly pea or hibiscus sounds great. With milk and honey, please. Milk and honey. Here's the thing, man. Blue tea does not go well with milk, I gotta tell you. Huh. That looks so good, though. Dreamin' blue. I tell you. Oof. No, that didn't work at all. Oh well. Here you go. I hope you like it. Thanks, Jimbles. This is so nice, and it brings me way back. You know how I'm not really in touch with my family anymore? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Don't be. I don't even miss them most of the time. In the end, they're just a random bunch of people. And we don't have very much in common. It's good that you've learned that about yourself, Mr. Baileys. I think so too. It's just one person I've missed, but I've been missing her a while now. Ah, someone who passed away, I'm guessing? Exactly. Spot on again, Jimble. I used to have a very close relationship with my great-great-aunt. When I was little, my parents fought all the time. I still remember in my bones how that made me feel. The fear that one of them or both of them would walk away and abandon me. A bit ironic in hindsight that it was... And then it was many years ago. Cloud, sure. I tried to do, like, labia with a clip, but messed it up. And clearly I need to see more anatomical studies. Or have any ability to do visual art. I've drawn enough dicks on things I handed to people, that's all. Yeah, it's quite normal for a little child to care about their parents. No matter who they are or how they behave. That's true. Anyway, I spent almost all my evenings curled up in a ball in my room. Trying hard not to listen to all the shouting. Except when my gran came to visit. Not that her being around prevented the fighting, though. Elven high society is amazing at keeping up appearances. Except in front of family. But she got how it made me feel. She went out of her way to take the sting out of it. She would keep me company and bring me a cup of herbal tea. With milk and honey in it. Drinking this now, with you, it feels a lot like family again. Yeah, exactly, Cleric. Good idea. Sounds like she was a perceptive person. She truly was the best of them, until she got sick. Oh no, how did that happen? I thought elves don't get sick. See, that's part of elven disinformation. Elves don't get sick with their little run-of-the-mill colds. But they do get big, bad diseases, like everyone else. It's not uncommon for us to die from them. Except there's this assumption that in elven society that if you live the right sort of life, you'll pass away peacefully in your bed. So that's what families say most of the time when someone dies. Incidentally, that also means they need to pretend everything is fine until the very last moment. Great! Protestant elves! That's what they did to my aunt. They basically shut her in during her last few weeks. That sounds really awful. We did manage to visit her and put on a brave face, but it was clear she wasn't happy. Well, she wasn't very happy before that either. At least she had you. It must have been little consolation, but yes, I'm glad I was able to be with her. To think I came very close to being trapped with those people. I'm pretty sure she would have hated that for me. A little part of me hopes that she'd be proud of me right now. I'm certain she would be. Thanks, Jimbles. Here you are, letting me blab on again. That's more than fine. But do you think growing up among conflict might explain why things are, well, a bit difficult to work out sometimes between you and Lua? I definitely think that's part of it. In fact, hey, Silver. And Amanda. Good evening! Hey, Jimbles. And hi, I don't think we've met before. I'm Silver. I'm Bailey's. It's nice to meet you. I'm guessing you're Amanda? We are, but you do not appear to be a hive. How did you... We ran into you. Lua told me she ran into you a week ago. Oh, the nice earthling we met a week ago. That is a satisfactory explanation. And so you are her date? That'll do. I'm a little more than that. I'm a fiance. Truly! Fiance is a successful outcome of dates with a 0.01% probability. Congrats on your excellent odds actualization. Thank you. Now, Cafe Offspring, we are wishing for a drink. Cafe Offspring, how did you acquire that new title? Alright, sounds like something I shouldn't prod too hard. Never mind me. You were about to order, Amanda? We were. And what we wish for is for a memorable parting experience. Haha, I suspected something like that. Last visit in a while, huh? That is accurate. I take it you've completed your research on Earth. Almost. We are quite satisfied with the outcomes of our missions. Interesting. That sounds like there's a story there. But first, tell me, what sort of experience are you after? We wish to have something we have never had before. It's time to get creative then. Yes, take care not to reuse any ingredient you have served us in the past. Shit. What the fuck? What the fuck? God damn. God damn. Green tea. Cinnamon. Mint. Cinnamon mint green tea? Here you go. Hopefully this tastes new to you. It does! Yes. It is at least 56.941% different from anything else we have experienced. We are, as Earthlings would express, delighted! According to our calculations, this is the 39,846th new experience since arriving on Earth. That's quite a lot. Perhaps, however, most of them were rather insignificant in nature. Oh, what about this one? This one is in the 99th percentile of significance. Is that good or bad? She means it's very significant, right, Amanda? Very much so. We enjoyed this place, and we will miss it. That's... don't mind me. I'm getting a bit emotional here. Anyhow, I trust that the agent gave you no more trouble. That one was quite close, actually. We had a little brush with the authorities, you see. Yeah, Lua mentioned that. He made her really angry. She was still seething when she came home that night. Please tell her I'm grateful for that. Well, that agent kept looking into things even after his second visit here. The scariest thing was when he came by to my cafe. Or what he thought was my cafe. I really feared he was onto us, but apparently he just enjoyed the chat we had here the other night. And that's what he said, anyway. I don't know if that was true, but when he saw the cafe wasn't open, yeah, he ended up leaving and hasn't shown up since. That's a relief. Yes, we have thought on it for a while, and hey, we got good Silver's good story arc. We decided we do not care for that sort of excitement. Not if it makes our siblings so sad. You've really got a hang of emotions now, haven't you, Amanda? Thank you, Offspring. If that is the case, we are content. That means our mission is well and truly accomplished. Did you come here specifically to pick up Earthling emotions? No, we came here for the purposes of general Earthling research. But it appears to us now that emotions are one of its most interesting aspects. We will be submitting you call it a academic paper. Uncontrolled stimuli and reflexive neural patterns, deep level communication in hive versus non-hive species. Wow. That's how you know it's serious research. I don't even understand the title. Amanda, oh, it was the brains in the family? That wasn't your only mission though, Amanda, right? If you're leaving, does that mean... Yeah. Pearl and I did go out on a date. Right, you're looking for love, aren't you? I was. I think I may have found it? Wait, wasn't the first date a really short time ago? Just a couple of days? But I've been waiting a while and I really think this is it. When I took up this mission from the hive, when I came to Earth, and during this entire process when I changed, what I was hoping was that someone would see me for who I am, and I really think she does. That's so great, but I'm curious, doesn't being in a hive provide that experience of feeling seen? It does, and it does not. And in fact, we hope that is something our research might improve. The hive sees thoughts and desires honestly, but it is not able to communicate the reasons for those desires, the emotions, as it were. We do not dwell on those, nor will we start to do so in excess, but it seems to us now that they may be worth conveying, at least to some extent. Yeah, what Amanda said is part of it. I was very unaware of my emotions when I first came to Earth, and I was really bad at communicating them clearly to others. In some ways I still am. It'll always be harder for me to grasp them than for most people. But when I started to understand them, I was both fascinated and scared, which is not an uncommon experience, I think. It's really not. It requires a good deal of courage to look at your emotions honestly. It certainly requires some time. And even more time to find someone who can look at them with you. Not get scared and take them as they are. Someone who can see you clearly and kindly. It is a precious thing when that happens, huh? A rare and beautiful thing. Has that been your experience, Lua? It definitely has. I almost forgot how much it mattered, too. I'm lucky that I have good friends who reminded me of that. So does that mean you and Lua found some answers? Oh, the heck with it. I can't hold my tongue any longer. I'm sorry to interrupt your goodbyes, you guys, but... Jimbles, I'd like to officially invite you to a little surprise ceremony. Which will take place 3 days hence. Well, that's some answers indeed. Yeah. I'm taking a little time to think really clear in our heads. We had gotten bogged down in the details. And in our own insecurities, to be honest. So we decided to make it simple. Again. No fuss, no massive expense, nothing like that. Just us and our closest family members. Whether we get them at birth or chose them ourselves. I am very touched, Mr. Baileys. Yeah, come on, Jimbles. You know you mean a lot to the two of us, as does this place. Speaking of which, I also have Hyde's invitation here. Wedding invitation. A special invitation card for a certain someone. Haha! I could fuck that up. Well, Hyde and Gala's invitations, seeing as that's how his obvious +1. Would you give it to them when you see them? Achievement unlocked. Get invited to Bailey's and Lua's wedding. Silver and Amanda, I don't have a card for you, but you're in the cafe family as well, so I'm sure Lua won't mind. Would you like to join us for the party? A party? This is our first experience being invited to a party. It is 99.9% pleasant and 0.001% disappointing that we have to refuse. Yeah, I truly appreciate the offer, Bailey's, but sadly we're leaving Seattle tomorrow. Really? That's more sudden than I expected. You going back to space then, Amanda? Not yet. We are going on an adventure. That sounds very exciting. It really is. Amanda and I are taking a trip through the country, and maybe even a bit further if we've got time. We're basically going to be tourists. Tourist is such a fascinating concept, although our sibling explained it to us multiple times. We still find it very hard to comprehend. We always thought that traveling must have a mission, a purpose, but it seems that tourism is traveling with no other purpose than traveling, which is in essence circular reasoning. Yes, it may well be, but it's still a lot of fun. In fact, I'd say that that's the real purpose of tourism. To have fun, or to relax, to see beautiful things. To enjoy life, you know? Enjoyment as a purpose. That is new to us, but we are 99% excited to try it out. And so am I. I've never been out of Seattle since I arrived. I guess I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to blend in. That I would have to restart everything from scratch. But knowing that you're here, Jimbles, that I always have a place to return to where I'll feel home, well, that makes me a lot less nervous. I'm very happy to hear that. I think I should order a drink. Of course. What can I make you? I like it to reflect the spirit of our upcoming adventure, but I'm also in the mood for something sweet and soothing. So, sweet and soothing, but with an adventurous. Yeah, that's exactly right. And how about some hot chocolate with something extra to make it fun? I love that. Hot chocolate with some sweetness and some spice would be amazing. Hot chocolate, sweetness, spice. That doesn't seem right. Sweetness, spice. Oh, 299.792.458. Fucking brilliant. Let's go. Here's a 299.792.458 for Lightspeed Traveler. Oh, we like this name. It is evocative and adventurous. Evocative? Yes, it is the speed of light, not evocative of great adventures. The speed of light. Oh, wow. Way to target your audience there, Jimbles. Thank you. But do you like the taste, Silver? I love it. This is exactly what I wanted. It's got the spicy kick of ginger to start with, which keeps you on your toes. But then the honey makes it sweet and comfortable. In fact, it reminds me of you, Amanda. How does it taste remind you of us? I guess he's saying that you're sweet with a strong character as well. That's about right. We did not entirely comprehend it, and yet we are pleased. Well, that's settled then. Whenever you miss Amanda, Silver, you can come here and I'll make you this drink. I'd like that. Thank you, Jimbles. Wow, careful there. You don't want to spill a drink you enjoy this month. Uh, you're right. I'm just so excited. I can barely sit still. I can imagine. The first trip across the country is a big deal. It is, but it's not the only reason I'm excited. Okay, that was quite the dramatic pause. I really want to know what you're going to say now. You guys seem to lead very interesting lives. Oh, no, not at all. I think I'm quite a boring person. With a secret society and an alien background. It's true that some of my life circumstances are a bit unusual, but this particular thing is very commonplace. Our sibling is excited because his date will be joining us. And in fact, we must be fair and acknowledge that we may have misjudged her based on her lack of facial symmetry. Although Pearl's features are 9.231% different from left to right, we agree with her movie analysis 99.9%. Wow, hold on. Amanda, you have met Pearl and you talked about movies. And now she's joining you two on a holiday? How did any of that happen? We watched Orc Westerns all together last night. Pearl likes them a lot as well. You don't exactly sound thrilled. Fortunately, she also likes space travel operas. Oh, I see. Learning couple compromises the hard way. I suppose so. Well, I'm glad to hear that she's met Amanda and they got along. His date, she hasn't appeared on screen. Does that mean she also knows where you're from, Silver? She does. In fact, I told her about that on our first date. Wow, that's very brave. Very brave. It's very hard to put yourself out there under any circumstances to reveal something so vulnerable to someone you've just met. We are starting to like, and are starting to like. It takes guts. Oh, you're very kind, but I don't think so. To be honest, I hadn't planned it that way. Although I have always felt safe here with all the regulars. I know that not everyone would be open-minded about me. And so I wasn't sure I'd say anything to Pearl that night. But as we were talking, I was so happy to learn more about her, about who she is. And I realized I didn't want her to have an incomplete picture of me. My past is part of me. If my goal is to find someone who sees me for who I am, she needs to know about that too. And in the end, that was the right decision. Well, I will say that if she heard your story, it might change how she viewed you. And she wouldn't have been worth your time anyway. Ooh, grats, Hermit. That's fair. But still, even knowing that, I admire you a lot. The truth is, and this is a bit of a strange thing to say, but I think I'm proud of who I've become. And I want the people I love to be proud of me too. What is proud? Proud is... For yourself, I think it's when you start to be satisfied with what you're achieving. Especially if you have to fight to get there. And for others, it's when you think of someone you care about. Yeah, well, look, that's the whole idea behind Coffee Talk. We want to have a soothing, lovely game where Jimbles does a lot of voice acting. You can drift in and out of the story, ask questions like, who's Pearl? And I have to remind you that you haven't missed anything. It's fine. And you get to enjoy it, right? That's why, honestly, I think this is probably one of the better ones to send to people as a, hey, here's a VOD of a dude just reading a story for you. He's cute too. Seen his hair? Amazing. Consider who they are and the way they're acting. Yeah, Silver and Pearl. That just fills you with joy. Ah, we see. Then we are definitely proud of you. Yes. No, not the same gen. You two really are a sweet family. So are you and Ms. Lua, Bailey. True. Chosen families can also rock. Yes, when we met Pearl, we came to a conclusion. There is no difference in nature or expression between a family you are born with and a family you acquire by choice. Both demand work and understanding. There may be minute differences in the specific process, but the bond appears to be 99.9% similar in the end. So it is. Well, we should probably get going. Yes, we must. Go pack. First time I see someone get excited about that specific part. What Amanda really means is that I must pack. While she analyzes the earthing ritual of folding shirts, rolling up socks, and so on. Precisely, this is further information for our research. We are thrilled. Good luck, Silver. Indeed. Do enjoy your trip, both of you. I hope you'll tell us all about it when you're back, Silver. I will. Good night to you two then. Hasta la vista, strangers. Huh? All questions. Bye to you too. There's never a dull moment in your cafe, Jimbles. I try. Speaking of which, would you like to hold some party or after party for your wedding here? I know it's not a very large space, but perhaps whether we'd like it? We'd love it. Honestly, I didn't want to impose. But there's no place that could be a better fit. And I don't mind that it's not very large. It's going to be a small, cozy wedding. So this is perfect. It's settled then. Lua's going to be over the moon when I tell her. In fact, I'm going to go and tell her now. That's a very exciting prospect. It really is. Thanks again, Jimbles. You're like a guardian angel for us. And on that note, I'm off. Good night.
More like a guardian hive mind. Good night, Mr. Baileys. Ooh. Yeah. So, like, you're allowed to take a nap, enjoy just the speech of the Jimbles here tonight. This community doesn't have to be, like, all go all the time, right? You jump in, you listen to me, fall asleep to me telling you a story. It's not the first time and it won't be the last. I'm very happy you're here with us, and that is live or in the VODs. You're all very welcome, okay? Community is not just for high, strong gamers who want to go hard all the time. We'll be totally fine. Yeah? Let's go. A little bit more. Maybe we're finishing coffee talk tonight. Violets. See, I thought Violets you'd go feral when they were talking about the importance of found family there, right? The Evening Whispers, Saturday, September 30th, 2023. ZXX20 virus vaccine booster ready for distribution. Nekomimi driver crashes truck filled with catnip, suspected DUI. UFO previously spotted by Space Guard fighters, a very determined hot air balloon. Look out for that Adolf Hitler, he's a bad egg. Fish girl, let's go. Hello, Miss Aqua. Hi, Jimbles. How are you? Good, as usual. How about you?
Honestly, lots of things have happened. Can I order something first, though? Of course. What would you like? Um, can you make me a cup of chai? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and it's not accurate at all. It's tea, cinnamon, ginger. Come on. No. Fuck. Honey? No. Tea, ginger, cinnamon. It's gotta be in that order. Fucker. Fuck. I didn't mean to trash it that time. I literally just clicked in the wrong spot. Oh, that was tea. I think I did it in the wrong way. Serve it. A cup of masala chai for the lady with eclectic tastes. Well, thank you. It's delicious. You're welcome. So, you were saying? Oh, right. It's just I've been busy working on my game. I see. How's it going? It's pretty difficult, but I'll manage. I'm glad to hear that. How's that contract you talked about the other day going? Oh, that? I rejected it, of course. There's no saving it, really, which is a shame. I truly like their games, but with all of the shady requirements they have, I could tell they look down on us small developers. And the scary thing is, if I hadn't known what I know now, just because they were a publisher I loved a lot, I would have overlooked all that. That's understandable, though. You trusted them not to take advantage of you. Well, it has to be fair for both of us, right? Because at the end of the day, it's business. But I don't know. Yeah. Actually, I tried negotiating with them because I wondered if they still had any good faith left. Don't tell Myrtle, okay? Okay. But as I expected, it really did not go anywhere. Instead, they insisted they're doing me a favor since I'm just a small developer. And I wasn't thinking rationally or in business terms. Oof. It doesn't sound like good faith to me. Right? Considering the unfair conditions they're expecting me to accept, they could have at least been polite about it. I doubt they care, though. Yeah. That aside, Myrtle is coming here soon. Great! So you two made up already? Yes. We apologize to each other. Nice. I know I was probably being a little confusing. I didn't explain the context I applied to the situation very well. She made it clear that she understood why I was anxious, and she apologized for assuming. That really helped. And that she's helping me speed up development. I'm happy to hear that. Hey. Hi, Myrtle. We were just talking about you. Yeah, nothing too terrible, I hope. Don't worry, only all the good stuff. Anyway, sorry, Jimbles, I won't be ordering today. Why? We don't have time. We're going to the expo sale, right? Oh, you're right. Expo sale? We're hunting new parts for my PC. It's been a bit slow lately. A bit? She's joking. It's pretty much in his death throes. If we're going, we're building you a whole new setup. But if you just want parts, I can always give you mine. But at this point, I'm not sure it'll be any help at all, to be honest with you. No, you're right. It's time to move forward with the productivity. It's all the tabs. I've been putting off upgrading things for a while now. So it really is time for a better setup. That's the spirit. Go big or go home. Sorry, Jimbles, seems like we have to go now. Thanks for the drink. I'll see you later. Yeah, take care. Safe trip, and good luck. Sweet love, a squishy girl. Let's see. I guess I'll go over today's checklist. Huh? Well, hello, gentlemen. Hey, Jimbles. Jimbles? Nice seeing you here, Henry. How goes it?
Good, good, good. I see you're doing good too.
As usual. What do you want to drink, Henry? It's on me.
No, that won't do.
Well, let's talk about bills later. So what will it be? You first.
You sure? Oh, okie dokie. I'll have one STMJ, please.
I have this in my brew pad. Milk, honey, ginger. Milk, ginger, honey. I said it in the wrong order, and that will fuck me up, apparently. Boop. One STMJ coming up.
It smells so nice. Oh, spot on. Thanks, Jimbles.
You're very welcome. How about you? So?
No, it's my turn. Something with ginger, please.
Anything else with that?
Well, what would you recommend? Anything from a new tea line is fine. I see you have a new selection.
Yeah, we have blue pea and hibiscus tea available.
Hibiscus, huh? Oh, you should try it. Ted Jahe Rosella. It's pretty good for this kind of weather.
Sounds familiar.
This ginger is steeped with roselle buds, another name for hibiscus.
Anything else in it?
Well, it's a bit sweet.
Interesting.
I'll try it then. The Ted Jahe Rosella. Huh? Huh? Hey!
That's okay, Luxy. You get a better chance to do it, like, 100% correct or whatever here, right? That's what it's for. Just give them the fucking wedding invite, not messing it up this time. Go!
What's this?
Oh, it's Bailey and Lois' wedding invitation.
Really?
For Hyde.
Oh.
The date is really soon. Could you pass it along to him since I'm not sure when he'll be here?
Okay, sure.
Thank you. Piping cup of Te Yahe Rosella for you.
Thanks. What do you think, Henry?
Does anyone else feel like I fucked that up?
Is it looking good?
Does anyone else feel like I fucked that up, right? Was I supposed to give it to Hyde, who'd give it to Gala? Because Gala could give it to Hyde as well, right? Filled with self-doubt. Amazing.
Oh. It looks about right. It smells good too, to try it. Yep, it's good.
Glad I passed your impromptu test.
So what's been going on? Did I miss anything? Something happened, didn't it? You can say that. I think the officer is coming too, by the way.
Alright.
Yes, for me, I'm just glad my fury is over.
Are you okay, though?
I'm fine, as you can see. How are you managing, Henry? Did you get your checkup? I did. Rachel pestered me to get it done all week, so I had to go do it. Good. There's no doubt I need to slow down. I can feel it in my bones. Time is a harsh mistress, as they say. Ain't that the truth? But I don't think you get to complain, though. Why not? You know my body isn't what it used to be anymore. Oh? I mean, compared to my prime. 50 years ago. I'm kidding. Truth is, my body doesn't hold up well when I'm transforming anymore. Oh, is that so? Yep. The soreness doesn't go away as quick as it used to. It's harder to get up in the morning after that. And like today. I know the feeling all too well. Especially in this kind of weather. Yeah? It's like my body knows if a storm's gonna get worse. No weather forecast can match the accuracy of my joints.
Well, lucky for you, ginger is great for some officers.
Yeah.
The Bilbiligi coffee.
Hey, folks. The man of the hour. Hiya, Georgie. Jimbles, what did I miss?
Some very important weather talk.
No, is that so? Sounds like I missed a ton then.
How are you?
How am I? If you're talking about my case, well, I don't even know where to begin. Andrew, you know nothing about what I'm about to say, right? No? What are we talking about? Jimbles, you should have primed him before I got here.
My bad. In my defense, I didn't know you were coming until Mr. Gala mentioned it.
Excuses, excuses. I'll help explain it, Henry. In short, there's been a string of car vandalisms nearby. So he's trying to figure out if the tree being gone has anything to do with the case. And that's where we are now. Yep, that's about it. That's a lot to take in. Anything new happened since? Well, I tried something. I set a few candles where the tree was. I used my lighter. Things happened. Mind backing up a bit? Feels like there's a lot of context missing here. Well, I'm warning you. Everything I'm about to tell you is real. It'll sound a little crazy, but no, I haven't lost it there yet. Got it?
Loud and clear.
I told Jimbles about my ladder a while ago. How it might be connected to the fairy market. We talked before. Really? In what way? The ladder was my grandpa's. And there's a chance he bought it from there. Ah. Interesting. Yeah, what a coincidence. Yeah. Anyway, my daughter likes this sort of mystery stuff, right? After talking to her about what's been going on, she believed my ladder was the key to making sense of all this. It gave me some pointers. So, I went back there last night to the spot, you know? To where the tree used to be. I lit a few candles there, put the ladder right in the middle of it all. I'll be honest, it was spooky as heck. The air was still and I felt tension in my head. Wasn't sure if it was just me being creeped out or if there was someone else going on. Whatever it was, I thought I should leave it alone. So I followed my gut and got the heck out of there.
What?
Then what happened? It blew up.
What?
What do you mean, what? The ladder, it just blew up. Well, what do you mean, blew up? Yeah, I think we definitely need more context here. Well, I didn't see it because I was walking towards my car, you see. But I heard it. Pathaw! With a little whoosh, followed by a couple of clink clinks. Pathaw? What kind of sound is that? You know, like something small and metallic blew up. Wouldn't bang work better?
No, that's a shot.
Wouldn't want to confuse y'all with that. Pathaw is... What is that?
You know, Pathaw!
And then what happened?
Good night, Hermit.
Right, okay. Then I immediately looked back to see it fallen over with its lid open. The flame, it was burning white. Wow. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I freaked the frick out. But before I could do anything, two small figures emerged from the corner, walking towards the ladder.
Did they see you?
Yeah, they did. They inspected my ladder while I was just standing there. Then they asked me straight up, "Is this ladder yours, guy?" I said, "Yeah." And then I fired a question right back. "Are you the ones who have been messing with the cars around here lately? What was in the cob loaf?" And they said yes. Well, sounds like case closed.
So they weren't ghosts.
Hell no, thank God for that. Then who are they? Let's just say they were close friends of the deceased. They're part of the fairy folk, but I didn't inspect them at all.
Didn't expect... Do you know them?
Kinda. In fact, they own the Gnome Noms near the place.
Oh, wow. Did they know it was your car then?
Nope, because I only order takeout.
What type of cob loaf?
And I usually walk there. What was the reason for all the vandalism then? It all started because of the broken promise. Now we have to start way back for that. You remember why the tree was there in the first place, right? Yeah. The tragic hit and run. At the time, the court ruled and practically let the driver off the hook outside the DUI charge. Well, it sparked a huge protest. Good! In response to it, the mayor at the time gave his word to the victim's family, promised to keep the tree as a landmark for the community, and the vow was kept well after his tenure was over. But he died a few years ago.
Thank you, Lexi.
And we all know recently what happened to the tree.
Very important.
I see. So was their attempt to keep the memory alive? Not just for the friend, but as remembrance for the injustice in the world. And after all the urban renewals the city's gone through. Makes sense that the community that used to be there is gone by now.
That's right.
There used to be a lot of veteran housing and low-rise apartments in the area. Now it's filled with never-ending projects.
I thought it would be done tonight, but it's not. So, sorry, lol. You okay?
No. Yeah. Sorry. There's something about it bothers me a lot. Like what? Their unique disposition after they pass. It bothers me that their own memories are insufficient to ensure their existence. And by failing to remember, we, the outside party, will also gradually lose memory of their existence. It just doesn't feel right to me. I get what you mean. An erasure of existence. But apparently that's why they keep animals. The Gnome Nom's owners told me they have a large mastiff living in their place. Others take care of multiple animals at once. Interesting. I suppose that's why some folk prefer living near the wilderness. But animals don't live long either. Right. But erasure starts happening if they're completely forgotten, right? Something like that, I guess. I'm not sure. Right. Okay. But doesn't that normally happen anyway? How do we pay respects or remember someone who died a long time ago? Like our ancestors, for example. It's our call, isn't it? Every April, Rachel and I would visit my wife's grave. We used to visit our grandparents' graves too when my wife was still alive. If our extended family was visiting, they'd join us. We'd clean their gravestones, bring food, and have a feast while catching up. It's how Nekomimi's honor their dead. I'm sure other cultures have their own ways too.
Right.
I truly think continuing the tradition is something we do for ourselves, though. To remember the deceased and all the reasons they mattered to us. So except for the weird erased memory part, it sounds on par to me. It's the effort of the living to remember the dead, anyway. You're right. Unless you believe in life after death, memories are for us, not for the dead. Exactly. It would be great if we could all remember and help each other. Because keeping track of any sort of history is a team effort. Since the best way to gain wisdom is to learn from the past, whether it's good or bad. Yeah.
Speaking of the Gnome Noms owners, though, what happened to them after all that?
Oh, right. Did you arrest them?
Nope.
Huh. You gonna let them go? Not necessarily. But I got an idea on what I have to do. Right now, I'm just happy there's no ghosts involved. Still, it was truly something else.
Yeah, what a night it must have been.
It is what it is. What's up, big guy? Something on your mind? No, nothing. Shame about that lighter of yours, though.
Oh yeah, it's probably busted, right?
That's the thing. It works just fine, not even a scratch. Really? But the thing blew up, didn't it? Like Pathaw. Heck, we even debated the sound effects and everything. As I said, still works fine. So I don't know what else to tell you. I see. You want to know what I think? No. It's haunted. No, it's not. That thing is definitely haunted. What are you talking about? The white flame is a bit unnatural, I agree.
I remember how you kept forgetting a lighter here.
Hey now. A man is allowed to forget stuff as he gets older, no? And as for the blowing up, probably a well-timed bad chemical reaction or something. The thing is real old, after all.
If that's the case, I'm going to stop carrying it around. At any rate, I believe you now, officer.
Oh, cheese, bacon, and spinach.
There's no such thing as coincidence, indeed.
I still think it's a ghost, though. Shut it, Henry. Shush. In any case, Mistress Old. For now, at least. Oh no, I think I have to go now. I didn't realize I missed multiple messages earlier because I was so engrossed in your story. Sorry to rush off. I'll see you all again next time. Sure, safe trip. Nice seeing you again, Henry. Take care.
Zoop!
Let me move over there. You know, all that talking made me thirsty. You want anything? I'm good. One espresso for me, please.
Yeah, anyway, while we got a second, that cob loaf sounds amazing. I don't know when I'll be able to arrange it, but hopefully not too long. Like, who knows what next Wednesday looks like? Maybe that will involve a cob loaf. But, yeah. Sounds tasty. We'll see. How long do you... How long can you wait to get it? Will you forget about it entirely? I mean, and on the other side, like... Yeah, it's fine, Corey. You mess with me. I didn't intend to tease here with this'll be the last coffee talk. And also, like, I like coffee talk. I do want it to be done. It's a weird feeling, because I'm like, these stories, these visual novels, essentially, are like finishing them. They feel really good to have the complete story. And then I guess, impatiently, I got excited about what that ending is going to be, and I want to jump forward, you know? Alright, brew time. Yeah, I have nothing to give him. Here's your espresso, officer.
Thanks. Great, as always. So what's next, officer? What's your plan after all this? Other than talking to me? No, other than talking to him? I guess I'll just focus on the rumors. What's going around the coast being messed up there? It's kind of expected though, isn't it? There's no point in adding to citizens' worries when the case is pretty much over. I don't want bad press to paint over the area's history. You're right. There's nothing like rumors. Without being stopped, they'll just spiral out of control. Time to leave, I guess. Duty calls. Something like that. I suppose I'll do the same. It is quite late after all. Thanks for listening to us, Jimbles. The old men ramble. The pleasure is all mine. Well, take care and see you later, yeah? Have a good night, Jimbles. Safe trip, you two.
Ooh. Night over. Sweet and cool, like outer space. Dude, sweet. Sweet, dude. Sunday, October 1st, 2023. The Evening Whispers, Sunday, October 1st, 2023. Vegan food on the rise, gnome diet popular amongst young adults. Box office movie High Weapon hits an astonishing $2 billion worldwide. What Generation Z really wants? An independent survey. Jimbles! Jimbles!
Miss Rachel.
Oops. sorry, I'm just really excited. I've done it, Jimbles. Congratulations! Done what? The music I'm making with AJ? I told you about it last time, remember? Oh, yeah, you did. I brought it with me. Check it out, will you? Really? Oh, okay. You sure we can play it? What about NDAs and stuff? Come on, you silly. We're the only ones here anyway. It'll be fine. I mean, the direction has already changed a lot, so... Oh? Never mind that. Just play it quick. It's actually very loosely based off the drink you gave me the other day. You mean milk honey green tea? Yup. I'll be honest with you, Jimbles. I'm just stuck on the name. What do you mean? Have you ever made a temporary name for a project? Like a placeholder? Right. But even after the project's done, you can't seem to change it to something else? Oh, okay. But the song itself is about old love. A relationship where you've been together a long time. And either it's gonna settle down comfortably or it's gonna end like a tipping point. Yeah, but I have a question for you. Is predictability really bad for relationships? I'm not sure. But being predictable has its benefits. It can give you a sense of stability. Yeah, most would say it just brings boredom. I guess it depends on whether both parties want the same future or not. If there's any future at all, you mean? So what are your thoughts on a long-term partnership? There's this saying about how a good partner is like rice. Rice? Because you don't mind having it every day. In fact, some people think they haven't eaten yet if they don't have rice with their meals. As for myself, I don't want anything serious at the moment. I'd rather be focusing on myself. Because you're too busy? Correct? But I get lonely, Jimbles. That's why I know I won't be living alone in the future. By then, it'll be a matter of finding my own milk honey green tea. Something I know I'd go for, my comfort drink. And I'll be my partner's rice. Or else it wouldn't work out in the long run. That makes sense. I'm wondering about one thing though. What is it? If this is going to be a new single, wouldn't everyone expect to hear your voice? I know, but I have a plan for that. You'll see. How are you, by the way, Jimbles? Just fine. Business as usual. Wait, I almost forgot. Did Dad come here last night? Hendry? Yeah, he did. He's meeting up with Mr. Gala, actually. Okay, that's good to know. Why do you ask? He didn't reply to my text last night, so I wondered what he was doing. I see. Do you two not see each other often? What do you mean? I just saw him this morning. We still live under the same roof, after all. Oh, what a surprise. I thought you'd have been raring to move out by the time you turned 21. Well... You're not wrong in thinking that. But Dad's getting older, you know? He's becoming forgetful too, so I'm a little bit worried. Understandable. Besides, we don't really have anyone else, you know? None of our extended family even lives in the States. So as much as he's been a nag my whole life, I feel like I should watch over him. For now. Right. Hey, hello, welcome. Good evening to you, Miss Riona. Hey, Riona! Fancy meeting you here? Ah. Hello. How are you? Sorry, just a second. Alright. Huh? Is she alright? I'm not sure. Oh well, I'll just get a drink first then. Right, what would you like? I'll have a cup of milk, please. Milk. Here you go. Cup of warm milk. Thank you. What's up? Oh, nothing. Just remembered something. But it's nothing special, so don't worry about it. Miss, are you alright? No. I think I'm sad. Oh, no. What's wrong? That's right, Riona, what's wrong? Aw. I've been doing a lot of thinking. About what? About my situation. Have you ever felt like something you've been doing your whole life might be a mistake? What makes you think that, miss? My apologies. I did not mean to be so dramatic. Would you mind listening to my scattered thoughts? Of course, let it all out, but not tonight, baby. Like, sorry, it sucks, but I don't intend to go too late tonight. It is a Wednesday night. Many of us have work tomorrow, me included. So I'm ending it at our regularly scheduled time of 10 o'clock because I'm also pretty sure, like, if we stuck with it, just with that, let's finish that one more day, let's go. Riona's tale will take a very long time and I'll be left feeling very, very silly at the end of it. No, I have a deal, my friends. We stream from 7 till 10 and then we finish. Except in very rare circumstances when I just cannot avoid giving you just a little bit more of the Jimbles. Just have a little bit more Jimbling for you. But I'm afraid the Jimbling is over for this evening and the Jimbling is over for this week because I am pretty sure I'm going to be pretty busy. And I will not be able to do any bonus streams, though I am thinking of you and I am hoping that we have little bits of more time together. Now, if you need more Jimbles, check out my VOD archive. That goes for everyone watching live and everyone watching on YouTube. Go check out more of it. My friends, there's more of me. If you love these people, these friends, this chat, this Jimbling, and our excellent experiences, come check out and hang out with us by typing in !class. You can join our Discord by getting a message from Streamlabs. If you don't get one, just message one of us on Steam. We'll sort it out. We'll get you up and running, okay? Otherwise, my friends, have a very lovely evening. I will see you on Monday night for probably the second last Shadowrun Dragonfall. Yeah, probably the second last one. And then some more Kingdom Hearts and maybe a Cobloaf. I don't know if the cob loaf will be on stream. Maybe you'll have to make it for yourself, but if we do make a cob loaf and it is related to stream, I will take photos and put it on our Discord server. Community! That's what it's here for. All right, I've been your Jimbles, and you have been my lovely chat and my lovely audience. Thank you very much for joining me, and please tell people you love that you love them very much. Good night.